Right guys, so job we've got in the workshop today, Xatrix Automotive Workshop M3 CS G80. So those of you who know your BMWs will know that this is a pretty rare car. So the customer has pretty much just bought this vehicle, sent it straight over to us from Ireland. So we're going to do our stage 1 ECU unlock and tune package. So basically what that comprises of is, first of all, you bring the car to us, we remove your ECU, then the ECU gets sent off to a company to get unlocked. So once that ECU is unlocked and comes back to us, then we can begin the tuning process. Our preferred method or preferred tool is the bootmod, simply because the functionality that comes with that is brilliant. There is others out there, but that's just the choice that we choose to use. We also offer our own custom tuning for the bootmod, or the customer can opt for the OTS files. It's completely up to you. So what I'll do is I'll run through some of them options later on in the video, and to begin with we'll show you the process of removing the ECU, which luckily for this model of car is pretty straightforward. We'll remove it and then we'll get that shipped away. Right, so obviously we've got the engine brace off, the small plastic covers off, so now you can see what I was talking about earlier in the video. I mean, if you see there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know, there's 7 or 8 plugs, plus there's all these small plugs down here, a few little clips that need to come off, and like I said, these have to come off in order. So starting with the one at the front and then back, and then same when you're putting it back on, it needs to go back on in order, just because of these tabs that are used for locking it. So before we remove the ECU, we're going to remove the negative terminal from the battery, just to make sure the car's all powered down, and then we'll go ahead, remove all the plugs, and then the ECU itself just slides out of a plastic sort of case with some clips, and then that's it. Simple as that. Right, so ECU's off. As you can probably tell from the video, it's not a massive job. What I will say is the car is now undrivable until we receive this ECU back from being unlocked. So we'll get this sent off. It shouldn't take too long. So as soon as it's back, we'll catch back up with it, and then we'll run through some e-tuning options. Right, so we're back with the M3 now. The ECU's arrived back from being unlocked. So when you do the unlocking process, you have to specify what tool you're going to use. As I mentioned before, our preferred tool is bootmod. So they basically flash a custom ROM on there, which is a sort of a patch on the software, so that it's able to communicate with your chosen tool that you're going to use. So I've fit the ECU back on, the car's all got power, it's all good. I can see by connecting with bootmod software that it is unlocked, so that's a good start. So the next part of the process really is choosing what sort of software you're going to put on there. As I mentioned before, we do offer custom tuning. We've got our own custom tuning for stage 1 and 2. And then stage 3, obviously we can go through that on a car by car basis, so that's not something we offer off the shelf. Each individual one is a custom tune. We don't currently have a dyno here on site, but we do have use of a dyno, so that's a 4-wheel drive hub dyno in a really nice cell. But we are hoping to have our own dyno in here, hopefully by the end of this year, maybe just into the early next year. So that would be perfect for us. So yeah, all the cars that come here will be offered the option to have a dyno included. Again, if it is a custom tune, then automatically you're going to get that dyno anyway. So this particular vehicle, we're now going to flash it with our custom stage 1 tune. So that is basically for anybody who doesn't want to replace any more parts. They just want to put a tune on there. So the reason we use bootmod, a lot of the features that you get with bootmod, you wouldn't get with just normal flashing, especially on something this new. So one of the really good aspects is the switchable mapping. So it's all done sort of on the fly, all through your cruise control buttons. You've got 4 map slots. We can choose what you have in each map slot. So this particular car, map 1 is going to be a valet function. So that is going to be if this gentleman has got to let somebody else drive his car and he doesn't want them to drive it fast or to its full potential. So we've actually got the capabilities to reduce all the torque down in every gear. We can reduce the maximum set point of the boost. So in map 1, for instance, I've reduced it down so it only does 1 bar of boost. I've turned all the burbles off, so even the factory overrun burbles are turned off in map 1. So it is really just a map that you would use when somebody else has got to drive the car and you don't want them, you know, driving it to its full potential. Map 2 for this vehicle is going to be for lower octane fuel. So that's going to be for your 95 RON or lower. As I mentioned earlier, this car's from Ireland. We have seen it in the past. I think it was Southern Ireland where it is difficult to get higher octane fuel, so this is perfect for this car. And then map slot 3 is going to be the all-out full 99 RON high octane fuel map. That'll give the full potential for this stage 1, which is approximately 620 horse. So again, that only has to be used with high octane fuel. And again, if you get caught out and you do have to put, you know, lower octane fuel in there, you can just switch back down. And then lastly, map slot number 4 is basically the stock map, so as if this car has not been touched. So yeah, another good feature is rolling anti-lag, as they call it, or rolling launch. That's really cool if you're doing, you know, if you're just wanting to show off, or if you are actually doing some roll racing. So again, that's fully customizable, and again, that's switched off in all maps but map 3 on this vehicle. But all that can be changed with the customer. It's all down to your preference, really. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and flash it. Usually what we would do is flash it, data log it, make sure we're happy with the parameters that we're seeing, make sure the car's happy, and then the next step would be to get it on the dyno. But this car literally has done, I won't say the exact mileage, but it's not done any miles. So what we've opted for with this vehicle is we're going to get the map on there, we're going to do the data logging as we would, make sure everything's happy, which, you know, 9 times out of 10 with a car this new, obviously our tuning is developed, it should all be good. Once we've confirmed it's good, the customer's going to take it away, he's going to enjoy the car, put some miles on it, and then we're going to get it back and do a dyno. But again, all our tuning is tried and tested, it's all developed on a dyno, so we are confident that, you know, it's going to hit the numbers first time every time.